Nicky Hawkins just come back from London Stadium, West Ham Fan TV. Uh, West Ham 1, Liverpool 3. Just second best today, Matt, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, frustrated, yes. Disappointed, yes. Surprised, not really. I mean, a game that no one really wanted to lose this, but I mean, we've got to be realistic. We're still a developing team, and we were up against one of the biggest teams in the world, mate. I mean, only thing I will say that was a bit of a letdown, and maybe it's just my perception that I don't think we really looked as up for it as I would have liked us to be. I mean, maybe because Liverpool controlled the game in a certain point. But I mean, I just didn't get that kind of vibe from the team that we were up for it like we have been in other games. And of course, a little bit frustrating to see, especially for the first and the third goal. No, those little bit of sloppy defending. So I hope we just get that out of our system. And especially we've got Villa coming up, and so we don't make those kind of mistakes against guys like Grealish and Barkley. That knowing our luck will end up punishing us.
He's been getting a lot of praise lately, but I think Moyes sat back too much there. I think he showed them a bit too much respect.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I mean, one thing I will say, mate, not enough has been said about what a huge game that was for Liverpool. I mean, I really don't think people are really paying attention to that. Not only West Ham fans, but in general. I mean, they faced, because it's past tense now, they faced one of the most informed teams in the country, us. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And they were playing a game that if they'd have lost against us today, they would be 7 points behind City with a game, and City would have a game in hand. You know what I mean? So that was a huge game for Liverpool. They brought an A game. They had Firmino on the bench. They had Mane out, and so Salah had the responsibility to turn it on. And what did he do? He turned it on. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah. Really, I mean, the first half, like you said, in the watch along, we kept them at bay. We did all right in the first half, but I mean, what can you say? That second goal, the counter attack. I mean, Leeds did a wonderful counter attack today, but Liverpool weren't about to be undone and scored an even better one. It was a two touch football, and I mean that's the difference between a team like us and a team like them.
Absolutely.
And one thing I will say, mate. We do have to remember that nowadays we're playing a much more open 4-2-3-1. Remember, when we came up at the start of the season and Moyes had to, consolidate the team and to get results after the poor results against Newcastle and Arsenal, he built us into that strong 5-4-1, that he developed, And so we picked up points against City. We picked up points against Spurs. Like you said in the watch log again, we beat teams like Leicester and we beat Everton and we beat Wolves, who were still kind of on form there. So, I mean, maybe we got it wrong today, and maybe that's not only Moyes' fault. Maybe because we didn't want to put in Ben Johnson for the game. But, I asked you the question, mate. Do you think we might have done better if we would have been in a 5-4-1?
I think we might have done better if we had another option. If I'm honest, Matt, I think that, and that's what I think is what we're lacking. Is this is the danger, isn't it? That we get worked out and we can't change it. Players out, thin squad. This was always going to be the stickling point. We've got to be looking at a centre forward for tomorrow. If not, I think we're going to face our season will fizzle out, and it'll all be all eggs in the basket in the cup, and that's a tough task as it is,
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing Lingard. I mean, for one reason that I think Bowen has gone a little bit off the boil, continues to be a little bit off the boil, and I mean, Benrahma and Antonio, you could see that there was a little bit of lack of cohesion between them in terms of Benrahma making a through ball and Antonio to stop running or, things like that. And I think that will just get better. You know what I mean? I was really impressed with the work rate of Benrahma. And like you guys were saying, Antonio's not an out-and-out striker. I mean, we know that. And then, if we want to consolidate this position and like you say, all this hard work that we've done this year, we do need to bring in an out-and-out striker. And a decent one. But like I say, I prefer to bring in that big signing in the summer and, maybe rush through some sort of a stopgap for tomorrow. And then we can look at, imagine, mate, if we had a really good striker, Antonio could then accommodate into the to the three that play behind him, because Antonio is brilliant at running at people, you know, from deep. So I mean, you know, imagine then if we had the options of the front three of Ben Rama, Fornals, Antonio, Bowen, Lingard, for example, behind an out-and-out striker. I mean, it will be a wonderful situation, you know, and of course then, you know, Yarmolenko and Lanzini floating around for different options, and it doesn't mean, like you say, that it's kind of embarrassing that we have to bring on Fredericks as kind of like a right attacking midfielder. You know what I mean? I mean, I know the subs today look more like damage limitation rather than trying to take the game on, you know, and try and win it. But you kind of just look at that kind of, you know, that sub, and you just think to yourself, you know, we're playing one of the best teams in the world, and we're bringing on not even our first choice right back as a right attacking midfielder. Kind of, like you say, sums up the squad depth that we really do have. You know what I mean? And well, we just hope that, you know, we've got Villa and we just move on and really take it to Villa and get those 3 points, because that's a 6-pointer in the middle of, you know, like in the 6th to 10th position, you know, because Villa got game in hand on us. They'd be in equal points if they win it, and we're around the same goal difference. So it's a really, really big game on Wednesday, no?
Yeah, absolutely. Matt, thank you very much for coming on tonight. Really appreciate it.
Take care, mate.